Hey there everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to go ahead and do a walk around of my makeshift firewood processor. I'm going to run it a little bit, show you guys how it works. I'm not going to keep you guys too long. I'm going to go ahead and show you the setup and get to cutting some firewood with it. Alright, so here we are at what I call the makeshift firewood processor. So it's a pretty simple design. Kind of do a quick little walk around here so you can see what I got going on. Put my gloves down right there. But it's not much. It's a pretty simple design. Overall, it's still a work in progress. Everything I'm doing with this is a work in progress. It's not going to be perfect. I don't expect it to be perfect, for one. I want to keep the idea simple. So as you can see, it's just a plain wood splitter with this angle iron frame mounted on it. And that's pretty much the simple explanation of it. I had some more stuff to do. As you can see here, I got a block of wood with a shim because this frame's pretty lightweight, pretty light duty. It's not really meant for this stuff. It was actually a different project I had built this for a couple years ago, and it just overall I had it sitting there and I said, well, the heck with it, I'm going to go ahead and put it on this splitter and kind of make this thing that this idea I had in my head for the last couple of years come to life. It's a work in progress. Like I said, I want to take and put a couple legs there to strengthen it. Eventually I'm going to get some actual tubing and update it to a heavier, ruggeder system. But for right now, this is the trial run with it. Trial by error system. If it breaks, I know what to fix, what to make ruggeder. I got some, like I said, I got some stuff to still work on. As you can see, I got a saw mount started right here. That's still a work in progress. I haven't quite got that to what I want yet. Right now, I'm using it for my winch cable to pull the logs up through, and I'll demonstrate how that works a little bit better once I get going here. But I got a lock that's simple, spring loaded, so you roll your log off of the deck. I'll go touch base on that. You roll your log off the deck onto here, you can winch it up under, pull that lock up. Here's your marking system. Since I don't have the saw mount on it, I use this hole right here to line my saw up. I got it set, that's for 16-inch blocks of wood. If I move this back a hole and use that, that's for an 18 and 20 inch right there. And I just used the previous hole for my mark. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It's not really much of a setup. Like I said, it's still a work in progress. I can't stress that enough because it's not perfect. But here's my deck that I threw together. I've already had a flaw with it. You see how these 2x4s in here are different? That's because they broke the last time I used it. I'm hoping it holds together today. I did discover that it's got a crack over here, right there. That broke, so I'm hoping it holds together. I can load them on one at a time, but it doesn't work. They either fall off the other side or they take and they just overall, it's harder on that main frame. Alright everybody, I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping this video up here. I didn't get the full phase cord done. I got maybe half or so. I'll stack that up here in a little bit, or a little later today, probably. I got an appointment I got to be at, so I can't finish it up right now. But I'm going to still try to get this phase cord done by the end of the day. That's my goal. But before I go ahead and wrap up, I'm going to show you a couple flaws I found on this again today. Like I said, it's a huge work in progress, this thing. It's not perfect by any means. I'm still not happy with it. There's days I even wonder if this thing's even logical to keep trying to use. So, I'm not happy with the winch. As you can see, I got the cable wound backwards for one. I had to do that because of the way I have it set up. I'm thinking I might eventually here in the near future eliminate this hand winch and put a 12-volt electric winch on there, like a 2,500 pound winch. The issue that I have with that is I'm going to need a battery. And the issue with having a battery is I don't have a way to charge it constantly. So once the battery gets weak, I'm going to have to take it off. And I'm kind of dreading that idea. But anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and maybe try that to upgrade it. I definitely gotta get a leg built for back here because this shim keeps popping out on me, as you can see. So I have to keep redoing that. And of course, it's got to be a pain. But see that shim keeps popping out. If you see me throw stuff in this barrel here, just kind of a side note. If you see me throw things here in the barrel, it's short wood that I give to my father-in-law, Opie there. He burns it in his garage stove there. He showed you guys in a previous video. The other thing I absolutely have to do is I have to fix this. Because I don't know, I didn't look over there yet, but this support broke again. These 2x4s just aren't cutting it. I got some 4x4s, but I really thinking it's going to be time here pretty soon to round up some scrap metal and build a deck out of metal. I kind of wanted to hold off until I build a heavier system for that. But all in all, it is working. The other thing, before I forget here, is this spring. It's way too stiff. A log that size here, that's about maybe, I don't know, I would say 6-8 inches in diameter. It won't clamp down on it. And ultimately, it's harder. That last one block that I'm pretty sure is going to be included in this footage. You see, I had to throw this very block of wood here, up here where about my gloves are, and cut it. And it's always a constant battle with this thing. The biggest advice I can give to somebody, well, if they build something, is don't give up on it. Just keep modifying it until you get it right. Once I get this system here modified up and get it working great, I'm going to build a heavier version. I just want to find out all the flaws, all the weaknesses right now. I don't want to build a new, heavier duty version and then have to go through it again. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up.